sort of, it's all right. We're now recording, fantastic, is make it as, what we've done with this workshop is try to make it so that it will be applicable to anyone and everyone. As we're going through, if you've got questions, then during the first part, save them up. So make sure you've got like a notepad or something like that to hand. And hi, Debbie, I'm really excited that you're here. I was speaking to Debbie recently. So yeah, that was exciting. Yeah, so make sure you've got a notepad to hand just so you can write down those questions, and then we'll address, sorry, Heath, Tony, that's my borough too, so nice to see you. Fantastic. And sorry, so let's save the questions for the end. We'll answer as many as we can, as many as we've got time for. I'm sure there will be more questions than we have time for because this is such a big topic, but we will try and answer some of them. Basically, how it's going to run today is we are going to go through why you want to be making reels. Obviously, because you're here, you've probably got an understanding of sort of why you want to explore reels, but we're going to take you through why you want to be using reels. We'll then take you through the nitty-gritty of how to actually make a reel. Then we're going to talk a little bit about what's stopping you, those fears, all those reasons as to why you can't, shouldn't, don't want to, etc. And then finally, you're actually going to make a reel live here. So you are going to be putting into action what you learn in true rebel style. We are not just going to give you the information. Don't worry, this is being recorded. So if you actually don't want to take any notes, there'll be a recording available afterwards so that you can watch it back. And we've also got, you'll see later on in the workshop that we've also got a little cheat sheet to help you moving forwards. So, Kiona, with that, do you want to dive in to why you want to be using reels?
Just give me a moment. So I'm going to share my screen. Can you all guys see my screen? Please type a yes in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, amazing. Okay, so what is basically the purpose for reels for your business? So the few of them are basically, it helps you to reach your customers. Videos are more attention grabbing and it's fun to watch. It also helps you get discovered very easily, and it also helps you to increase the number of followers. So obviously you would want to use reels because you would want to increase your number of followers. And the most important bit is it is like commercials for your business. It's like basically selling, but not directly selling. So Kimberly, do you want to do this part?
So a few facts for you. Reels actually get a lot more engagement. So what the scientists, if you like, the more data-driven people among us, they've discovered is that actually even more so than video. So if you're not making any videos at all, I would highly encourage you to make some videos. But even more so than videos in general, people get more engagement using reels. And one of the main reasons I would say, I think that is they're engaging, they're short, they're sharp. Everyone these days seems to have a very short attention span. And so they want to get a quick bite of information. They want to quickly be entertained, and they want to be scrolling through. Great question, Annie, or Annie's Baby Boutique. You might not actually be called Annie, Annie, but great question. What's the difference between a video and a reel? So a video is basically, it could be on Instagram. It'll be a square. You'll pop it in a square. You can make it long or you can make it tall. You did see the promo reel on Facebook. Absolutely. So Facebook is very similar to Instagram. Very similar. Reels is very new to Facebook still. It's still in its infancy. A lot of it is, still quite applicable. But basically a video would be a short clip. It could be an Instagram live or a Facebook live. So they could be a very long video that is done live. The difference between those kind of videos and a reel is that a reel is a short, snappy, 90-second little video. And basically, you can do some really fun edits with it. You can make it quite similarly to a normal video, and we'll talk you through some examples of that. But equally, you could make it be fun. You've probably seen some of the dancing videos, or you've probably seen some of the silly reels on Instagram of people doing all sorts of weird and wonderful challenges and things like that. So that's kind of it for reels. The other big thing about reels is that they stream one into the other. So someone will go through, and because they're so short, either will just keep scrolling through reels of different content creators, or, and I've done this quite a few times, is when I see a reel that I like, actually I'll go through and I'll watch loads and loads of reels all from the same person, because I'm interested in their content. For me, a lot of it, hate to admit it, but a lot of it is hair or makeup tutorials or something like that, just because I find that interesting, which ironically, I don't have any makeup on. But I do find watching people trying to put makeup on quite interesting. But yeah, so that's the difference. Hopefully that answers your question. And basically, there's an explore page on Instagram, which is basically where you can discover new content. And that is where half of Instagram users actually go to discover new content. And what Instagram is doing at the moment is prioritizing reels in that space. So if you deliver some good quality content, it's on topic for what you say that is going to be in the video, then the chances are that it's going to be shown in that explore page for a number of people. So that's, yes, you will, Rian, get the replay. So that will get shown by different people. One of the great things about reels is that a lot of your non-followers will see your reels. So your general content, we tend to find anyway, that it's kind of about 50-50 followers, non-followers for normal content. For stories, it's almost exclusively followers who will see those stories. And then for reels, massively 70 to 80%, maybe sometimes higher, people are seeing our reels that are not followers of ours, which is where we're getting new followers from. That's how people are discovering us, and certainly for other people as well. And this is kind of echoed in the fact that it is becoming Instagram's fastest growing feature. And I imagine that trend will also follow on Facebook, because like I said, Reels is still a fairly new thing on Facebook. But if you're on Facebook, Reels has arrived, if you like. So yeah, that's definitely going to be, I imagine that'll be growing on Facebook as well.
Okay, so I want you guys, I think Kimberly already gave the answer, but I want you guys to let me know how long can you record a reel for? Please put your answers into the chat.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Oh, wow.
You're all listening.
That's amazing. Okay, so before it was 30 seconds and now Instagram has upgraded it to like 90 seconds. So you have a lot of things to do in 90 seconds, which is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to show you a live demo on how to basically create reels. And this is the feed. So let's go. And there are two ways you can access This is where you can select your songs. You can choose different kinds of songs. Instagram feed. And there are two ways you can access Reels. One is swiping right through your phone. And this is where you can see that I'm recording this is your front camera. So there's like post, a story, reel. So you click on reel. And then you have different options. And the first one is audio. This is where you can select your songs. You can choose different kinds of songs. My heart go. Okay. And then you can even search for songs. There are different types of categories of songs that you want to choose from there. Or you could even search your own type of music. So I'm going to go back. So then here we have like how many ever seconds you want to record yourself. You can either record a reel for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, or 90 seconds. And then we have, I'll show you how to use this feature where you can slow down the music and sing along. If you're not good at singing or if you don't know the lyrics, just lips your song. And this is your layout. You don't have to really do anything with that. And this is your timer. You will need like how many seconds you want to record. And this is like your 10 seconds before recording. So I'm going to show you how to use that as well. And this is dual camera. So you can see my behind and the front. It uses both your front camera and the back camera. So now I'm going to start recording. So I'm going to press the circle, like the center button, just a circle button, and click on it. So it's already started recording. And as you see, the purple line that's becoming bigger across the circle is the timer or the number of minutes you've recorded. So you actually have time for the entire circle to become purple. Till then you can keep recording. So I'm going to stop this now and we'll see what happens next. So I've stopped it. You can see the circle is like 1/4 of the entire circle, and I'm going to click on next. Okay. So it's already started recording. And as you see, the purple line that's becoming bigger across the circle is the timer or the number of minutes you've recorded. So you actually have time for the entire circle to become purple. Till then you can keep recording. So I'm going to stop this now and we'll see what happens next. Okay. So it's already started recording. Okay, so I click the back arrow button at the corner and I do not like the video. So well, let's see if you guys make a mistake, how do we cancel and exit? So basically I didn't like the video. I'm going to cancel with the X button on top. You have an option to discard the video, save the video, save it as a draft. So I'm going to discard the video and record it all over again. So hey guys, I am Kiona, the social media manager for Rebel Business School. See, it's recorded for a little shorter. I stopped recording. Let's start again. And today I am doing a workshop, a Reels workshop. And let me show you behind the scenes about the Reel workshop. See, you see there's like two halves of the circle. And so let's go and I'll actually show you how you can do it in parts. So now let's flip the screen. This is my workstation and this is the presentation that me and Kimberly have prepared for the Rebel workshop. I've paused it and now let's take it to another view. This is my notes that I've prepared for the Rebel workshop. And here we go. And I've turned the camera back to me now. And let's see, I'm going to click on next and see how this goes. So hey guys, I am Kiona, the social media manager for Rebel Business School. And today I am doing a workshop, a Reels workshop. And let me show you behind the scenes about the Reel workshop. This is my workstation, and this is the presentation that me and Kimberly have prepared for the Rebel workshop. This is my notes that I've prepared for the Rebel workshop, and here we go. So hey guys, I am Kiona, the social media manager for Rebel Business School. And now the next step is I've showed you how to record and how to break it into different parts. So I'm going to show you how to use the audio. So I'm going to click on the music icon there. This shows me the different kinds of music. And there's another way I can choose whichever music I want. Just going to put the volume low because it's going to play really loud. So if I want to search for music, I can search. So I'm going to search for happy. I've chosen the song. The music button is not longer there, so that means you've selected the song. So I can search for the music again. Say happy again. Okay, and I can like see if okay, and there's another way to basically search for music. So I'm going to go back, swipe left to my home page, and go to the explore page. That is the middle icon there. So I'm going to go.
Who are you talking to?
I like that audio, so I'm going to save this audio, and then it will be into my saved. So
Who are you talking to?
let's go back to Reels, and it will show me my saved songs. Oops. Reels, audio, saved. So I've saved that. That's the same one. Okay, so it comes, all my saved ones, saved audio comes here. So now we're going to show you another feature with all of these at the bottom. So these are basically filters. There are various funny kinds that we used last time for Halloween. And I'm going to show you another one where here. So these are different kinds of features. These are the trending ones. I'm going to use the green screen one. So I'm going to show you how this works. And I'm going to add my media from here. I'm going to put this and add it. And this is how I'm going to explain and show you. This is what, and just basically explaining whatever I have to do in the background, your video or whatever, explaining different things. And that's it. So that's another way of using this. So now the next feature is I'm going to show you the timer there. So I'm just going to click on timer, and I'm going to record myself for maybe, say, 10 seconds. Let's go for 10 seconds. And set timer. I'm going to put my count on for 3 seconds. And I'm going to record. Hey guys, I'm Kiona, and I'm going to show you, this is a live demo for the Reels workshop, and I'm going to show you a quick example of how to do a transition or like those cool features. Oh, I think it already did stop. Oh, it did, see, like you can see the timer there at the bottom. Let's see. Hey guys, I'm Kiona, and I'm going to show you, this is a live demo for the Reels workshop, and I'm going to show you a quick example of how to do. Hey guys, I'm Kiona. So that's what I recorded. Then we go back again to timer and record for another. See, the first bit is already recorded, so you don't want to mess with that. Then we do it for another, say, 20 seconds, set timer and record. Oh my God, I wish I had water, or maybe my earphone case. I don't know where exactly is my earphone case. I wish it was here. Okay, so we have the second part, and then we're gonna click on align. Okay, so you can see, and now this is basically where you do all your transitions and so on. So I'm gonna try to align myself. Okay, or basically just where my hands are, because my like this is a thing I'm going to use, which is going to be in my hand. This is my earphone case. So let's start recording for another few minutes. Oops. 30 seconds, maybe less than that, 20 seconds. Okay, let's go for 30 seconds. Set timer, start recording. I got it. This is so cool. Like, just basically demonstrate your product or whatever, basically like for your real transitions. Let's see how it all goes and how did it record. Hey guys, I'm Kiona and I'm going to show you, this is a live demo for the Reels workshop, and I'm going to show you a quick example of how to do. Oh my God, I wish I had water, or maybe my earphone case. I don't know where exactly is my earphone case. I wish it was here. I got it. This is so cool. Like, just basically demonstrate your product or whatever, basically like for your real transition. Hey guys, I'm Kiona and I'm going to. So do you see how like the align feature basically helps you get in alignment with your previous shot? And that's how you basically do your transitions. Isn't that a cool? So now the next thing, I'm going to show you an example of how I'm going to record behind the scenes. So I'm going to click, always make sure you're on the reel section at the bottom and your timer is on. So set timer. If you want it for like countdown for 10 seconds, if you want to get something ready or, whatever that is. I'm just going to, since I'm just sitting in my place, I'm just going to sit here and do it for 3 seconds. So let's go for 3 seconds, set timer, and let's go. Hey Rebels, I am Kiona, this is Rebel Social Media Manager, and I'm going to show you behind the scenes for a Rebel workshop. Pause, and now I'm going to flip my camera and show you this part. Here is the slides that I prepared for the Rebel workshop, and this is my presentation. Okay. And here's the notes I prepared. Actually, I'll just stop till there and take another shot over here. Here's the notes I prepared. And here we go. Always remember to hydrate, guys. So here it is. Now I want to basically check it out. Hey Rebels, I am Kiona, the Rebel Social Media Manager. Say now I do not like the slides that I prepared for the Rebel workshop. So I want to edit it till here. Okay, here is the slides that I prepared for the Rebel workshop. And this is my present. Here's the notes I prepared. Okay. And now I want to maybe start off from here and then go back. Head, and here we go, and just maybe edit it till here. Head, and here, head. Okay, so and that's it. Done. Hey Rebels, if I want, I can add another clip. So let's add another clip. So that's it, folks. That's exactly what you've planned to do today, and this is just an example. Hey Rebels,
Edit,
I
go back to
am
edit
Kiana,
clips.
the Rebel social media manager, and I'm going to show you behind the scenes for a Rebel workshop.
Edit clips, and you can see
That's
here.
it, folks. That's exactly what
it.
we've
I can
planned to do
edit if
today.
I want to, if I don't like it.
Just an example.
Okay, I'm
Hey
done.
Rebels, I am Kiana, the Rebel social media manager, and I'm going to show you behind the scenes for a Rebel.
Okay, so now I want to add some text. So I'm going to say behind. Let's change the font to behind the scenes for Rebel Real Workshop. Or I'm going to use actually a short form. So
Here is the slides that I prepared for the Rebel workshop.
I'm going to make it like this, maybe, or use a different font actually. Yes, this one. But I'm going to make this in capitals BTS.
And this is
okay, and then I'm going to add another text.
head.
Notes prepared. And the presentation.
Folks,
let's add another one. So you have to separately add basically. So the presentation. Oops. Presentation prepared. Okay, done. So we have 3. Now I want to like basically see where these are gonna go. So let's see. I'm gonna click on it, and I want that to just be till here, till here. Okay, so that's done. Maybe move it down a little bit. Then we go for the notes prepared. I want that to be just here. Start maybe at the starting over here till this part. And the presentation, I want to be another presentation bit. Okay, done. And I do not want to use any audio because I already have, I'm basically speaking. So let's see how it actually
Here is the slides that I prepared.
And let's see here.
Hey Rebels, I am Kiana, the Rebel social media manager, and I'm going to show you behind the scenes for a Rebel workshop. Here is the slides that I prepared for the Rebel workshop, and this is my prepared, and here. That's it, folks. That's exactly what we've planned to do today. And this is just, if you like the reel, go ahead. Then I'm going to choose a cover. So I've saved a picture of my face. Basically, you want to check whether it's like, you need to make sure that it's not cropping on your profile grid. I think cover, or maybe just take it from the video itself. Okay, so you might want to like create the cover and see if you see my face is cropped up half. So I wouldn't want to do that. So you want to make sure whatever you've written is basically right in the center. Hey Rebels,
so let's see.
Hey Rebels.
Here. I think C tells you like, you know, where exactly you wouldn't want to go exactly, you know, on the sides where it gets cropped
I
off.
am Kiana, the Rebel social media manager, and I'm going.
So we will. Maybe it's not. Oh, here it is. Okay. Profile grid. See, it shows exactly where the text and your face is. You wouldn't want to make sure that like your face is not cut off. And click on done, and you write your caption and share to reels. And mainly you would want to use the share to feed feature so people can view it on your feed. And you can use all of these features. If you want, you can actually share it to your Facebook as well, because now you can see and view reels on Facebook. So you behind the scenes. Now I'm going to show you how to do a pointing reel. So let's click on reel. It's on reel. Make sure that you've basically clicked on reel. Set your timer and make sure your seconds, like the countdown seconds, set. I'm going to place it here. So I'm going to go like, okay, so I've done that, and I'm going to maybe add my audio. So let's see. Okay, and now I'm going to say like, let's go next and click, this is my title. Go again, example 1. Done. Again, example 2. And you would want to definitely always want your call to action. Okay, so my title is basically just going to be to here. Example 1 should be here. So I will place example 1 here. Then go example 2. Example 2 is right there. So we place this right here. And place it. Okay. And your call to action is basically call to action. So let's see how it is. Title, example 1, example 2, call to action. And you would want to maybe add your, so you can either add a voiceover, music, or sound effects. Sound effects are basically like, you know, whatever. So I don't think I want that. So we can go for voiceover is basically you recording yourself and speaking. And as in like you record your voice. And this is the music. So I want to use this one. Instagram already chooses basically a song for you, and your reel is done. So
So hopefully that has given you a little bit of an insight into some types of reels that you can create, some ways that you can create reels. Now, I don't want you to panic. We are not expecting you for a long while to create a reel like that last dancing type example because those ladies have been doing it a long time. That is their thing. They are Reels experts, if you like. So I don't want you to like get imposter syndrome and worry that you should look like that. Just wanted to give that as a little example. Kiona is chomping at the bit to say some things, but I just want to, before I give that back to her, we're going to answer some questions in just a second. So if you have more questions, drop them in the chat right now so that we can answer them. Did you have something you wanted to say?
No, I'm just waiting for the questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize that you were waiting for the questions. Okay, cool. So one of the questions, the first question we had from Diego was, could you share tips to make Reels more attractive? So I'm going to share a couple of tips, and then if you want to add, Kiona. So a few things are making them exciting and interesting. Think about stuff that makes you either laugh, that makes you think that was a good reel. One thing that me and Kiona do a lot is save reels that we really like, and go, yeah, that's something that I would like to recreate in my own way. No copying, please, but you can use inspiration from other places. Another thing is, as Kiona has shown through these demonstrations, is those snappy transitions. Keep someone's attention, keep things interesting. Knowing your key points. So as you're going through, for example, the pointing ones, like prepare that in advance. And we do have, that we'll be sharing afterwards, we also have a sheet. We have a cheat sheet, which will show you, which will give you a space to write your key points for your reels. It'll be a reminder of what's the title of your reel, what's the theme of your reel, and what are the key points. And then what is your call to action? So what is the next step that you want your audience to take? Now, sometimes with a reel, you won't have a next step, because sometimes, for example, and I've seen this a few times, sometimes you'll create a reel that almost links. So the start almost rolls back into the end, rolls almost back into the start, so that someone just keeps watching and they'll watch it a few times to make sure that they've got all of the information, because it's done on such a loop. Again, that's probably something you'll want to try out later on, because it is quite a challenge to get that exact loop. But other than that, you want to make sure that you've got a really strong hook right at that beginning. So something exciting, something interesting, something snappy that's going to grab someone's attention. And then, because you've only got 90 seconds, very clear, concise, to the point. Keep your reels to one topic. So really don't be trying to cram in everything about your business into one reel. Don't try and cram everything about one product into your reel. This is very much little snippets, and this is where you want to be really, really disciplined, if you like, not to overdo it, to keep things really short, really short, really to the point. And yeah, really short, to the point, and yeah, really go for it. And then the final thing, which is around using that trending music, and using that music. And Kieran is going to answer the next question, but before she does, Kieran, do you have any other answers?
Covered it up, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, so the next question was from Terry around trending music, and she said, I'd love to know the easiest way to find what audio is trending. I know a little about the up arrow, but is there an easy way to find it? Kiona.
So basically, like I've showed you two ways. One is like actually from the audio itself, and that like it gives you already, Instagram already gives you the top trending ones, and it's already listed there for you. The second option is actually, so when you go and scroll through other people's reels, usually people tend to use trendy ones. So in that case, you can always go and like the same way I've showed you how to save the audio, you can save the audio and use that reel for save that audio and use that audio for your reel.
Absolutely. So there are a couple of people Lauren and Melanie, who you were struggling to get reels on your Instagram. I'm hoping that you doing an Instagram update has fixed that. But if not, I just wanted to, let's try Instagram rather than Facebook. I just wanted to show you a quick way that from, just going to load a minute. So there we go. So you see right at the very bottom, so this is on either the profile, it's on your timeline feed. So like this is the timeline feed. Right at the very bottom, in the middle,
It's like a bookmark kind of shape.
is a little, it's quite literally like a little show reel. Okay, we'll stop sharing the screen. Great shout. Here we go. 1 second, sorry. Stop sharing. There we go. Cool. So the light right. So right at the very bottom, you see right in the middle, there is a little show reel with a little play. That is where you are going to find the reels. And then once you actually click on that, right at it, there we go, right at the very top, there's a little camera. And there, directly from there, takes you into the create reel screen. There are a few ways that you can create reels. But if you're not seeing reels at all, because I know that you mentioned that you weren't even being able to see anyone else's reels, if you haven't got that little button, then that's an Instagram issue. Hopefully updating, oh, fantastic. No, don't worry at all, Melanie, that will take you some time. So yeah, that's where you'll.
I think someone in the chat also mentioned how do you save, like how do you save? So
so yeah, I'll show you how to save reels. So let's just go into reels, and this is a fun little one. So say I wanted to save this reel right here. What I would do is I would go, oh yeah, I would go into these. Oh,
there are 4 options.
So you've got 4 options. You've got your like, you've got your comment, you've got your share with someone either on your story or via direct messages, and then you've got the 3 dots. Click the 3 dots, and then you'll get these options. They're probably reversed, but that little one that looks like a bookmark, like one right there, that's your save. And then once you've saved those, you just go into your profile, and you find your, oh, sorry, it's quite hard to actually angle your phone right, but you see those 3 lines right at the top, you just press those, and then you'll get all your different options, and right in there is saved. And you can do that with reels, you can do that, or you can do that with any other content.
Even with posts as well.
Yeah, posts as well. So any other content.
Are there any more?
So there was one other question. Actually, there was a couple of other questions. So Kathy asked, if you make a reel, who owns the content? Can it be shared without your consent? So you own the content, the copyright. That is still your copyright in your content. However, Instagram, you are granting Instagram an unlimited, I was looking it up, they've got like a funny, the very typical legal way of describing it, that they can, that they have access to that reel. Not for their own purposes, for them to own that copyright or anything like that, but so that they can share that with their audience, because you're not creating a reel so that it's not shared with your audience. So that is generally how it works. You still own that copyright. You are the copyright owner, but you're basically granting them a license to be able to distribute it. And that is as distributing it, it's you still own it and they share it amongst their followers. That's not so that someone can go on and use your content and pass it off as their own. So that's that. Next question is, we've got time for one more question. And what we'll do is we will.
Yeah, the rest of the questions.
Yeah, the rest, probably not even one more. I was just looking at the time. So the rest of the questions, keep asking them in the comments, because what we'll do in the chat, is we will save. So we will we'll save all of those, and we'll make sure that we get answers out when we send out the recordings. We'll do a little Q&A session and pop that in there. So next up, we are actually going to create our own reel, our own reels. So present. Oh, that's actually not, yeah, that wasn't what I was going to do. Okay, next one. Those ideas for reels, we will share those. We've got the
PDF.
We've got a PDF for you so that you can keep those. So this section was to talk about what is stopping you. And this will be a little bit quicker than I was expecting. But basically, obviously, it's not just the technical side that puts people off of creating a reel. It's actually quite often, and creating video in general, it's quite often the stories that are running around in our heads. And I want to address this because I've heard it so many times that I'm scared that I'll look stupid, or maybe I won't look professional, or, oh, everyone else is doing it, so why should I bother? Or there are so many other people doing the same thing, why should I bother? And obviously there are so many, I mean, they're just a few, and I'm sure if I asked you to, you could go through loads of things that really that scare you, and that are stopping you from wanting to do that. But actually, there are a few steps that you can take to help you. So the first one is to actually, whenever you're having those thoughts, especially when you're thinking about creating reels, is to actually shift them. So when your head's going, oh, I don't know, I love it. Annie's saying, for me, it's the tech and the content. I've got the products, but I don't know how to put it together in a good way. Well, that still in and of itself is a limiting belief, because there are plenty of examples of reels that you could create on Instagram. You could just scroll through Instagram, take a look and go, I like that video, and then try and recreate it and then put it out there. But where your brain probably goes next is, oh, but my video won't look as good as that person's, or, oh, but I can't do that, I don't know how. So when you've got those thoughts, flip them around and just say to yourself, okay, it's not going to be perfect, but done is better than perfect. Because how do we learn? We are a beginner first. No one came out of the womb able to walk. None of us did. We weren't able to walk when we came out of the womb, but we learn, and we learn by getting up, trying to walk, falling over, getting up, trying to walk, falling over, again and again and again and again and again, until we were able to walk. And then from walking, we were able to run. And so we didn't stop at that. And so many times, and obviously this applies to anything, but so many times we stop ourselves because we go, I can't do that, I don't know how. But actually, that's just our fear. And what we can do instead is say, it's okay for me to be a beginner. It's okay for me to do it and the transition to just be a little bit off. It's okay for me to try it and it look like some of the things that other people are producing, but actually I'm going to do it in my own way, because you learn by repetition, and you can be more creative. Once you've got over the hurdles of doing a few mediocre videos, you get better, you learn, you go, oh, okay, I'm going to try and do that bit 1% better, like a little bit better. I'm going to try and do that a little bit better. I'm going to think about that bit of the video, or I'm going to think about my tone of voice. I'm going to think about my expressions, or I'm going to think about how do I keep my camera steady when I'm showing my products. You know, you can think about the little technical little bits and just build up. So keep going. And remember, one of the ones that, like, one of the positives I put on here is my ambition is bigger than my fear. And that doesn't mean that your ambition is to be the next Elon Musk or some, I can't remember the name of that guy. Who's the name of the biggest?
Kavi, something. His name.
Yeah. So there's a guy when we were sort of getting ready for this workshop, who is the top content creator. Like, he's had the most views, like millions and millions of people have watched his videos. Like, you don't have to aspire to that. You just want to keep getting better and better. What did you want to say?
I was going to say that the more you practice, the more better you'll get at it. And if you see this guy, Kavi, he doesn't speak at all in any of his reels, and it's just him enacting it. So you don't have to. And if you actually go, I'm going to put it in the chat, like, in a bit. Like, he doesn't actually say anything, and he's just so spot on. He doesn't care about what mistakes he's making and stuff like that. So just be yourself.
Yeah. So when you're having those negative thoughts and you're thinking, I can't do this because, whenever there's a I can't because, explore it and go, okay, well, what if I could? What if I could do it like this? What if I could do it like that? How could I try it in a way that works for me? And so really thinking about how you can make it work for you and your skill level, about that skill level, about where you're actually at right now. Start where you're at and build and develop from there. So that's kind of the first thing. The second thing, I'm actually going to take you into practically when we're actually going to create these reels. I noticed people moving away from products to how to and creating videos of them making. Fantastic. So yeah, there are people do. One thing that I did want to say kind of about that is people do create, a lot of people create the same thing that other people in their industry are doing, because that's what they see lots of. So I would encourage you, instead of only looking at people in your industry, look at people outside of your industry who are doing different things, who are trying other, who have different types of videos, and see what excites you to create. Because actually, you might watch a video of someone who is selling, I don't know, property, but actually that could be the format of that could be translated into your own industry. So I would encourage you not really so much to look at other people that are in your industry, but look outside of your industry and be creative and think of sort of fun things and things like that. So what we're going to do now is actually, if you've got to go, because I'm looking at the time, if you've got to go, then go. I totally understand, totally get that. We, as I say, you will be getting a recording of this workshop. But if you want to stay and you actually do want to create a reel, then please do stick with us. We're actually going to give you some time to create a reel. So cool. So what I would like you all to do is, if you haven't already got your phone to hand, in a moment I want you to get your phone, but if you have, then I want you to stand up, unless you're not somewhere where you can stand up. I want you to stand up. I want you to take a really deep breath. I want you to pull your shoulders right back, so do a couple of shoulder rolls. And if you want to turn your video off, you're more than welcome to turn your video off. You don't have to do this on camera. I'm not going to force you. Couple of shoulder rolls, and then just let your shoulders settle so they're a bit further back. And then I want you to make sure that you're balanced as you're standing. So you're really planted into the ground and you're very balanced. And just give yourself a little bit of a wiggle to make sure that you're in the right place. And then once you're standing up nice and straight, I want you to imagine that there is a string that is pulling you up in the top of your head, sort of in the middle, and it's really pulling you up. So you're standing really, really tall. And then I'd like you to close your eyes. And I'd like you to take 3 really deep breaths. And now I want you to imagine a time when you felt really confident, like a complete badass. Like you could do anything. You could climb a mountain, you could speak on a stage in front of thousands, like really felt like, yeah, I've got this. Like, I am awesome. I can do this. I can make this happen. Remember a time when you felt like that. And in your mind's eye, I want you to see what you saw. I want you to hear what you heard and really feel those feelings of being totally and utterly confident. Just stay with that feeling, stay with that memory of just being totally awesome for just a moment. And then I want you to open your eyes, pick up your phone, and start to create that first reel. So what we want you to do is to create a reel. If you've got your own ideas, create your own ideas. But if you don't have your own idea, create a reel talking about your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Now, this could be, if you've got something nearby, it could be that you're showing, why you do what you do, or it could just be you talking to camera about why you do what you do. So you have got 10 minutes, well, 9 minutes actually, we're going to come back at 22, to create that video. Why do you have your business? Why do you do what you do? I want you to create that reel all the way to the point before you share it. So that it's all ready to go, so that you've added your caption. Make sure you tag at the Rebel School so that we can see it.
And we can share them on our stories as well, promoting your businesses.
Exactly.
And yourself.
So make sure you add that in. So get yourself to that point where you're ready to share. So we're going to give you, as I say, 9 minutes. We're coming back at 22. So create that right now. How are we getting on? Are we all done, or do we need a bit more time? Just let me know in the chat if you want more time. Not a problem, Wendy. So after you have pressed, once you've done your major for captions that a few people have asking in the comments. So for captions, you make your video and then you go to next. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've gone too far. You go to preview and then it takes you to this screen, which is where you could add your text if you were doing the pointy ones, the pointy video. And you just go into the little sticker one here. It's got like a little smiley face. You click that one, and then the first one there, sorry, I know it's probably small because we're small at the moment, is captions. So it's a little blue one, and it's the first one in the stickers. Yes, 1 second. I think I will stop sharing that. Pressing the wrong buttons. There we go. So it's just here. So I got into there by going here. Yeah. There we go. There's a little sticker in the middle. It looks kind of like a smiley face. You click on that one, and then it's that first one at the top that says captions. So hopefully you can get there. So it's preview, smiley face sticker, and then captions. Okay, so if you have created your video, if you have created your reel, and you got yourself to that point where you are almost ready to press it, all together on 3, I want us to press it. If you haven't, and you're not at that stage yet, don't worry, there's no judgment, there is no anything. Give yourself a little bit more time, get it posted over the weekend and tag us. Make sure you tag us. We want to see, we want to know that you've done it. We want to share that you've done it. And we want to share in the celebration that you've done it, okay? So if you have already, you're ready and you're at that point where you're ready to share. 1, 2, 3. Hit it, hit that share button. Okay, I want to know that, I want to come off of this call and know that there are a few people who have actually published. Okay, so a few people, I want to have seen those tags. And if you forgot to tag us, don't worry, you can do that afterwards. But yeah, tag us, make sure that you're there. Well done for everyone. I'm serious kudos to you if you even if you just created something during this time, because it will have shown your brain that you can actually do this, that it is possible for you. You can make this happen. It can be simpler than you think, okay? So don't get caught up in that. So Elizabeth, how do you tag? You in the caption section, you write the words at the Rebel School. So,
or you could, after you've done posting it, you could even add us in the comment section and just like tag us there. So don't worry about tagging us on the video. Just make sure after you've done posting it, like in the comment section, just tag the Rebel School and we will see it.
So yeah, seriously, well done. Like that puts you so far ahead of other people who didn't want to do it, who didn't quite, you know, or who weren't even on this workshop. You know, those people who are sitting there going, yeah, I don't need this. Because every step that you take when you create something and then you try and make it just a little bit better, remember, focus on that 1%, that little thing that you can make different, better, more engaging next time, and keep on making those small incremental changes. Now, what we are going to do now, I thank you for, I know we overrun and I'm sorry for that. Hopefully you found this workshop helpful. I'm just going to pop up a little poll. The others of Rebel like to see whether people, you know, how people are finding these workshops. So I've just popped that up in the feedback. I'll pop that up so that you can give us a little bit of feedback. Thank you. I'm glad of that. Don't worry, it's anonymous, so we don't know who's done it. So if you didn't like it at all, I'm very sad, but we want to know. Okay, so we want to know. Be honest. We love to learn and we love to improve and make sure that we're giving you the best of what you need. So I'm just going to put the screen share up. I would love, hang on to 1 second. I'm just going to share the screen so that, there we go, you can join. Sorry, I'm just getting to the point. So this is the survey. So while I'm showing you this, I clicked off of that very quickly, but we'll make sure that you know about that. But there's a few apps for you that you can use to edit.
That's in case you guys are not recording it on Instagram Reels, you can actually create like it basically from your normal camera and crop and edit the same way how I showed you how to crop and edit on Instagram, the similar way to use these apps to edit it. So these are just alternate options besides using it directly on Instagram.
And then finally, I'm hoping, so then finally, we have, so these are some ways to follow the Rebel School. You can just look at those, click those QR codes, scan those, and that will take you to our Facebook, our Instagram, and our LinkedIn. And then, and don't worry, they'll be on the recording as well. But the more important one that I want to tell you about is the WhatsApp one. So we have a WhatsApp group that is just for Rebel Plus people. So anyone in here is welcome to join who want to talk about social media. So that WhatsApp group, we will share all of the information in there. In that WhatsApp group, you will you'll be first to hear about other workshops that we're doing like this. You'll get to ask us questions and advice exactly as you have been in the chat. So there's basically the conversation carries on in that WhatsApp group. So make sure you join the WhatsApp group if you want to be able to ask us questions and get to know more about what we're doing. But thank you so much for your time. I really hope that you found this useful. And we hope to see you at another Rebel Plus workshop again. Have an amazing weekend, and I cannot wait to see all of your, hang on 1 second. I want to see you all before I say this, but I can't wait to see all of your content. Like, I'm so excited to see what you create. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you all for giving us feedback. Like, we massively appreciate it. It helps us to grow and develop.
Someone said, how do we join the WhatsApp group?
Hang on a sec, and I will get it, the link for you. Give me just a sec. yeah, thank you.
We will also share the PDFs that Kimberly mentioned in the WhatsApp group. Let me search for the link.